Hello, thank you for your interest in our work, couple variables predicting retention in a brief intervention and research. My name is Erica Mitchell and I'm a research assistant professor at the University of Tennessee, Knoxville. Research shows that couple interventions are effective for improving individual and couple functioning. However, if couples are not retained through the full course of the intervention, they may not receive the maximum benefits. Very little is known about the predictors of retention in both couple interventions and in couple research. The current study includes a sample of 655 couples that enrolled in a brief 2-session intervention called the Relationship Checkup, which was delivered as a home visitation program for economically disadvantaged at-risk couples. My colleagues and I aim to identify couple-level predictors of retention in both of the intervention sessions, which were delivered approximately 1 week apart, and predictors of retention in research at 1 month and 6 months following the intervention. Findings from a 2-level multi-level model show that couples are less likely to be retained in the intervention if at least one partner identifies as Asian, Pacific Islander, Native American, or Hispanic Latinx, or if both partners report mental or emotional health as a concern in their relationship. Our findings also show that couples are less likely to be retained in the follow-up research if at least one partner identifies as Asian, Pacific Islander, Native American, or Hispanic Latinx, or if either partner reports clinically significant relationship distress or relationship aggression at baseline. Our findings regarding racial and ethnic status suggest that there are potentially aspects of this 2-session intervention that may not be as suitable for Asian, Pacific Islander, Native American, and Hispanic Latinx couples, and that we need to do more research to investigate what these are so that we can design culturally appropriate couple interventions. Our findings align with the general trend of underrepresentation of racial and ethnic minoritized participants in couple therapy and relationship science research. Thus, researchers are encouraged to be intentional to implement strategies to engage and retain racial and ethnic minoritized participants in couple interventions and research. Our findings also highlight that couples who may be the most distressed and arguably in greatest need of intervention may be the least likely to be retained in a 2-session intervention and research. Thus, researchers are encouraged to look for ways to reduce burden and barriers to participation and put additional safeguards in place to retain high-risk participants. Thank you for listening. If you have any questions about our work or would like to discuss our research further, please reach out to me via email at emitch55@utk.edu.